Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Minecraft video on my channel. My name is KIllFeed or Brandon here today. If you guys are new, make sure you do subscribe down below. Leave a like on today's video as it does help me. Also, we are going to be building a creeper farm for the updates of 1.15 and 1.16. This thing works tremendously. It is around 5 stacks per hour of gunpowder. You cannot believe it until you build it. You heard it here first, folks. But let's go ahead and get into the original creator of the build. His name is Oof Gaming. He is a member of my Discord and a subscriber of my channel. If you guys want to check out his channel and his build, as he has a full in-depth video, go ahead and check him in the description below. Go ahead and get him to 1,000 subs for me, for your boy KIllFeed. Just go help him out. Small YouTuber, needed some help. I'm gonna go ahead and help my boy out. Really amazing. I was gonna say freaking fantastic, but really amazing build. I mean, it does take some time to build, so you guys make sure you do follow step by step. Watch the whole video so we can stay on track and stay together on this whole thing, following the crucial measuring and everything like that. But I'm going to go ahead and jump onto my other world so you guys can follow me on an actual world, not a super flat world. So it is a little bit of your guys' world. And I'll explain it more over there. So I'll see you over there. Alrighty, guys, it's nice to see you over here. So let's go over the list of what you need. I have it in these 2 double chests just because it is a big amount of stuff. But remember, this farm is well worth the time of you building. So everything you will need will be in these 2 chests. I'm going to read it off a list on my phone, and I'm going to switch chests so you guys can see. First, you'll need 24 stacks of building blocks, solid blocks preferably. I'm going to do concrete. You can do cobble, dirt, stone, stuff like that. You're going to need 11.5 stacks of glass, 11.5 stacks of leaves, 4 pistons, 4 observers, 6 redstone torches, 2 powered rails, 4 regular rails, 2 chests, 2 hoppers. Let me go ahead and switch to the other chest for you guys. 2 hoppers, 1 minecart with a hopper inside of it, minimum of 1 trident. I'm going to show you guys 2. You guys can do it with 1, you can do it with 5, but 1 is the minimum. 8 stacks of buttons, 15.5 stacks of trapdoors, 2 buckets of water minimum. You will need more water. You need 8 stacks of stone slabs, doesn't matter. And remember, most of these are going to go on the roof at the end of our build. You need 8 fences. And you need 4 oak signs. Okay, guys, so to start out this build, you're going to look for your Y coordinate. As you see, it's 71. So whatever your coordinate is, you will go up 64 blocks from there. It could be 28, it could be 38, it could be 103. You're going to go up 64 blocks from your Y coordinate. So my Y coordinate is 71. I'm going to add 64 to that and go up to that certain spot. So I'm going to go up to Y135 all the way up here. Now yours will be different because you'll be building yours in a different space in your world, but if it is the same, that would be very nice. So make sure it is 64 blocks above the highest point in your location. So right here, around you would be the highest point. So right there would be the same as this level, and this is the highest point on my little island here. So now what you're going to do is you're going to build a little platform. It doesn't really matter how big. You can do a 2x3 or a 2x4. Really, a 2x4 is what you're going to want to do. And let's go ahead and start placing down our hoppers and everything else. Okay, so you're going to go to the end here. You're going to make a 2x4 platform. You're going to go to the end of your platform, knock out the 2 blocks, and you're going to be placing your solid blocks here. And you're going to place you're going to knock out these 2 blocks and then place solid blocks here. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our hoppers, and you will break these leaves, crouch, and place them into this these solid blocks right here. This is where your chest will eventually go. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to add on another layer over here, just so we can place down our powered rails and such. Okay, guys, so you're going to place your regular rails like this, crouch and place your regular rails on your hoppers, take your powered rails out, and you're going to place them just like this. This is the shape that you would like, or that you actually need. Then you're going to take your glass right here and place it on the side of your power rails. So this will provide power to the actual rails itself. Then you're going to take out your minecart with a hopper. You're going to place it down and you're going to give it a little push. And now it will consistently go and never stop. So then your next step is to come over here back on your leaves, is to knock out the temporary blocks and then place your chest right here. So if you were to drop anything out there, it would be picked up by the minecart with the hopper, placed into the hopper, and then placed, oh, I'm sorry, I'm still crouched, placed into the chest, just like it is here. So that right there, those 4 blocks back there will be where our collecting system is. So now our next goal is to build our oak leaves up and around to cover that actual area. So now we are just going to be placing all of our leaves above this whole thing, and we're going to cover it with a 1 block space right here for your actual chest, so you can eventually, you know, open up your chest and collect your gunpowder. So now you're just going to cover this whole thing up right here, and you're going to cover it up, and you're going to go out 1 layer extra. So you see how I'm doing it here is that you're going to go 1 layer out, then the white here, and this side right here you're going to go out 1 layer as well. Remember, skip that block, leave it open, but come out a layer here, and make sure you are all set. So now we're going to build our Trident Killer. Now this is very important that you do correctly. So make sure you go to the very back area over here to where you went out 1 extra to where your white block is. Not where your chest is, but to your white block, and you're going to place a piston down. This right here is going to be the edge of your Trident Killer. So no matter what, they will only fall as far as right here. And then we're going to skip a block, place 1 here, skip a block, place 1 here, skip 1, place 1. So this square right here is right over the area of those 4 actual blocks, as I just broke it, but they'll be okay. So now let me go ahead and replace that. But as you guys see, it is right over the hole right here. So that's really good. That's what we want. And remember to place leaves here because items can fall through leaves and be picked up down below. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to take our observers and we're going to actually place them into the little arrow facing into the piston itself. Just like this, and they'll all start moving here in a second. Give it a second. And then now what we're going to do is that we're going to put them face, we're actually not going to do that. We're going to put the red butt against the piston. So just like this. And there you go. There's your Trident Killer just like that. And it'll continuously go. I actually did forget to mention one thing. You're going to want a lever because you're going to want to turn this off. In the meantime, you don't have to, but just for sound purposes, I will turn it off for you guys. And you're going to probably want one as well to turn off. But just make sure you put it on the piston, trigger it off, and it'll be turned off. So let me go ahead and throw the tridents in here so I don't forget one step at all. So what we're going to do is that you're just going to bring up your tridents and throw them in here. So I'm only going to throw 2 like I showed you guys in my chest before. But make sure you do not fall in here, because if you do, you will pick up your tridents. Make sure you always throw them down and make sure they're moving down. The best way to do it is just throw them, turn it on for a second, let them get nice and flat in there. So now they're in there and they will never be gone unless you land in there and pick them up. So the next step to this build is you're going to take out your leaves and you're going to go to each corner and you're going to place leaves in each corner. So the next step after you put on the leaves on the corners is that you're going to come to the top of your Trident Killer. You're going to stand on one of these blocks. It does not matter which one on the top of your pistons and observers. You're going to take your Y coordinate 138 and you're going, or whatever your Y coordinate is, yours will be completely different. Okay. And if it is the same, you're lucky. But if it's not, take that number and add 25 to it and go up 25 blocks from there with your glass. So I'm going to take out my phone and I'm going to add 138 plus 25. As it says 139, but I'm on a block of glass. So it'll be 163. So let's go ahead and head up to 163. And this is where your actual farm will start right here. So now what you guys will do, you guys will fill up your glass all the way up to the top. And I will add in one other thing that we need to add in right now, so you guys can go ahead and do it, so I don't leave you guys behind. Okay guys, so you're going to take your 4 signs and you're going to come up, I would say about 6 to 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to place your signs. Now what this is going to do is this is going to help your rates actually increase from about 4 to 5 stacks an hour to a guaranteed almost 5. Now why I'm saying this is because you will have creepers spawn on the 3rd level and fall all the way down, and they will actually die because they'll be up too high and they'll hit the ground and they won't die by the trident. So make sure you add that in, because if not, you will actually lose rate. You will lose your rate so fast. So I'm going to continue filling up my glass. Make sure you fill up all the way to 25 blocks, because you will need to AFK at least 25 away. And I will show you your AFK spot to collect the most amount of XP as well in this farm. Okay guys, so now the next step is that you're going to be building your actual farm. So you're going to put some temporary blocks in all of these corners just to mark them off. And then you're going to place them up 1. And you're going to keep adding Well, you can actually knock off these in the corner, but you don't have to. So make sure you do add up all of these, because this will be one of the most crucial things on this whole build. Make sure you go up to 3 high on all of these from the block. So you're actually going to put 4 blocks in each corner. 1, 2, 3, 4 on each corner, okay? And now what we're going to do is that we're going to actually go out 8 blocks from this block. So this is number 1. We're actually going to do a total of 9. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're going to go out 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now do that on all 4 sides. Okay, guys, so you should have something like this. You should have 4 little pillars sticking out, 9 blocks in total, with 4 pillars here sticking up 3 blocks. So now what you're going to want to do is that you're going to want to count this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 1, go down 1, and then come over, and it should be 3. So you're going to have 3, a nudge, and then 5. Now do it on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 1, come up, 1, 2, 3. And you're going to do it on this side as well. And I'm going to explain exactly what this is. Just make sure you do it on all 4 sides. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nudge. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll just do it on this side. Okay, guys, so it should look something like this. So make sure you go out 5. 1, 2. So the pillar is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A nudge down. 1, 2, 3. So now what you're going to want to do is going to come to this little nudge, and you're actually going to come out, and you're going to fill this spot right here. You're going to fill it up to the other nudge of the square. So this right here will be a little spawning block as itself, and then this back here will be a spawning block. This will be used for water, and I'll show you guys how it's going to be used for water whenever we get to that next step. So now what you're going to want to do is that you're going to want to fill the whole thing up, all of these walls to 3 high, all of them up to 3 high, just like this. But make sure you leave a gap here, and you're going to want to fill this up to 3 high as well. What this is going to do, this is going to create the top of our platform, so we just have to fill it in and obviously have our platforms for creepers to spawn on. And this will be our water path to where creepers will fall down, so we can obviously collect their loot. So go ahead and do this all the way around your build for every single little quadrant. Make sure you make that little quadrant. I'll go over another one with you whenever I'm done building this one. Okay, guys, so that's how it should look after you build one of them. It should be, remember, 3 high with 1 going across. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go over this one that is plain Jane, so it's brand new, just like yours. So what you're going to do, the best step to do, is to take your nudges, your little indentions here, and you're going to build them together. This right here is going to create separation between your first one and your second spawning platform. So now what you're going to do is you're going to build these up to 3 blocks, just like this, your walls, as you guys can say. And then you're going to fill it in. You're going to border off your water column, just like this. And there's one spawning platform. Obviously, fill in the roof so they can spawn on it. Make sure you do this, because if you don't, you're going to waste your time. Build this one up to 3 blocks and go all the way around, just like this. Make sure this one is up here as well. Let's nudge them together. Okay, so now we can just fill in the dots here. And now we just fill in the walls. And we have our second spawning platform done. And just for a little extra recommendation, go ahead and come 1 block extra out and fill it up all the way, so you guys can hold in your water. Go up 2 and then go up another one for 3 for your roof. Okay, guys, so make sure you do that to your 2 remaining spots right here. I'm going to go ahead and fill it in and get to the next step with you guys. Alrighty, guys, so your next step of the build is that you're going to actually be placing your buttons. So now what we're going to do is you're going to come to the wall, and you're going to place 1, skip, 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 skip a row, and then do it all over again. Now this is very crucial. You have to do this. You cannot just build this thing a dark room and expect a bunch of creepers. I mean, it will maybe work, but it probably won't 100% of the time. So go ahead and make sure you put in your buttons. Also, another major thing that we will be adding is going to be trapdoors. Trapdoors are the worst part of this whole build, let me tell you. It makes me so upset that I have to put trapdoors on this thing, but that is how you actually spawn creepers. So go ahead and make sure you are making a little checkered board pattern here with your buttons, and I mean, this will help you right here prevent spiders from spawning. If you can handle the spiders, go ahead. But just know if you have spider rates or spider spawns, your creeper rates will plummet. They will take up so many spawning spaces just because spiders are dumb and a not so good troop. So go ahead and put your buttons down just like I am here, and you won't have any spider problems. So now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your map, look at your map, and you're actually going to go to one of the corners to where you are facing northwest. That is your top left corner of your map. So what we're going to do is you're going to look northwest, and you're going to think about where the block is. So this block, northwest, is that way. On our map, it shows that it is that way. So what we're going to do is that we are going to come to the side, and we're going to place buttons here. And you're going to come to this side, and you're going to place buttons here because that is the northwest side of your block. Now, if you're going to come over here, and you were to look northwest, it is over here, and it will be this side of the block here. Okay, you see how that happens? Because on this block right here, let's just say this one right here, the north is this way, and the northwest is this way. So we would place the buttons here because creepers spawn on the northwest side of a block. All mobs do, pretty much. I'm pretty sure, don't hold me to that. So I'm not going to lie to you. So if we were to take this block here, look up, look left, we notice that we need to put buttons here. So after we get done placing the buttons on this side, and you look at our map and you're wondering where do we put the buttons on this side, we will put them on the inside just like this. So for this one right here, if you're wondering, this is the weirdest one that you could do. If you were to look northwest, you will follow the same one you put over here. So you're going to put them on the outer wall out here. This will help you whenever you're actually getting spawn rates and stuff. So make sure you do put the buttons right there. So with my apologies, I just realized I didn't do this right, is that on these little culverts here that we have in the build, the little water flows that we have right here, right there, and right here and right here, you will actually place in a bottom row of blocks. So there should be a little indentation to the main stream here. You will do it for each one of them just like I am doing here, so where it would only be 2 deep. And again, I am so sorry for not mentioning that earlier, but now it has brought me to the next step, is that you're going to connect these streams and place oak wood fences just like I do here. This is to actually help our water flow. So make sure you do place a block and then place your fences just like that. And do it on this side. So now what you're going to do is you're going to open up both of them and you're going to knock out the bottom block. So that one's already open. Knock out the bottom block. Open these two, knock it out. Open these two yet again and knock those out right there. So now what we're going to do, you're going to grab your water buckets. Now, like I said, it will require more than 2 water buckets. You can create an infinite source up here to help you out, but that was a voice crack anyway. So you're going to come to the back wall, doesn't matter which wall. Come to the middle. So there's 1, 2, 3, go to the middle and place down your water. And now make sure the water runs to the edge and doesn't fall off. That's what you want. And then come to the corner here, place your water down, and as you see, a creeper cannot jump up. If you cannot jump up, a creeper cannot jump up. Come to the corner over here and do it on all 4 sides. The middle, do it to that, middle, and then do it to that. So if you fly up, you should have a little water path just like that. Now you guys are probably wondering, where are we going to get the more layers? You're going to mimic this floor level right here on top right here. So we're going to fill out this little thing. I'm going to do it with you guys so you guys can see. So as you guys see, we just copied the layer down below. But what we did not do is put in a water stream. You're going to let it fully go through. So as they fall from the second layer, they will just fall straight through. Now what we're going to do again is you're going to go up 2, 3, and you're going to create another layer. So as you guys see, we have 3 layers here. Now, you're going to take your dark oak wood buttons and you're going to fill in the edges here like I am. You will fill them all in the middle columns just like we almost did with the other buttons, but you will fill in every single space here because if they spawn on this block, you do want them to fall in and fall forward. So go ahead and fill in all these spots right here with your buttons. So now that we're done with that, you basically rinse and repeat up until your 3rd layer. Now, I'm going to go ahead and knock out all 3 layers. Remember, you do the same thing on the second layer as you did on the first. So even on the weird button placements with your map, you will copy it to the second layer and third layer up above. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out all 3 layers here, show you guys the final product. Okay guys, so I'm in the final product here. As you guys see, I broke in and used a night vision potion. So whenever you get to your top layer here, you will go up 2 and then a 3rd block and fill in the whole thing. Make sure you do not have any gaps on your side. Make sure it is a solid face, because if you have gaps, there is a chance a creeper could spawn there and ruin your rates. So the way you're going to do the trapdoors is that you're going to mimic the ground and mimic the floor. So these gaps right here you will not have to place, and these gaps right here in the middle you will not have to place as well. Just place the spawning platforms above. Just basically mimic the spawning platforms above. Also with the top, you will go ahead and put a full roof on it, and then you will half slab it, and don't worry about torches. I would recommend putting the slabs down 100%. Don't worry about torches, because this is completely spawn proof. There's nothing that can spawn on slabs in the whole entire game. So if you guys want amazing rates just like this, make sure you do follow. If you guys skipped ahead, make sure you do follow the whole video like I did say. I do have one more thing for you guys to say. If you guys want to turn this into an XP farm, you guys had glass right here before, just like this. Go ahead and knock out those bottom 2 to where in front of your chest. Place top half slabs and then stand on a half slab. I have it just like this on yours, or actually I think it's just like this I said on yours. Go ahead and knock that one out. Put a top half slab just like this, and actually put a bottom half slab just like that, and stand right here with your looting 3 sword, and you can watch creepers fall, and this is the best source of XP right here. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, if you guys did, make sure you do leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new, as we are on our way to 20,000 subs. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye everybody.